always tricky when you sign up as celebrity, trust me. I've worked with many, and of course worked with many companies who've signed up people of what they call a second act or third act. You know, they've had a bit of success, they now need a little bit more, and they're looking for you to wave that magic wand. Not always easy, it just depends on, you know, who that particular celebrity is. If they've been well loved by the public but had a sabbatical, or indeed just decided to take time out, maybe to have a child or something like that, people are generally welcome back, and there's new revenue streams. The bigger problem, you see, for somebody like the William Morris agency Endeavour is when you've got such a high profile person, quite literally, on your books, but nobody's really quite sure exactly how to brand them, make them, put them together. And then of course, by default, they're always doing something that brings in and navigates extremely bad press. And this is now the huge problem facing the William Morris Endeavour agency regarding their client that they signed back in April. Of course, the former royal known as Meghan Markle. Let me explain. Neil Sean here, nice to have your company today, and as ever, thank you for joining me. Seriously, really nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well, whatever you're doing. Bit of a sad sort of weekend this weekend, I know, for many people around the world, because of course Armistice Day, Remembrance Sunday over here, and naturally our royal family will be out in force, honouring those that have gone before us. You know I often say this, but it does make you think, you know, when you stand outside I think monuments like that are so important, because it takes you, gives you a moment to reflect about the brave men, women and children, everybody who sacrificed so much for the world that we live in today. Look at the mess that we're creating for these people that did so much for us. I'm sure you'll all agree. What a mess indeed, eh? Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. Yeah, this is a big problem now for William Morris agency, and as ever we have to say allegedly. This is because, you know, we saw the other day, didn't we, Prince Harry issuing yet another statement, a glory statement, all about how he was thrilled how he would be able to push ahead in one of his latest legal battles, 6 of them in total, costing lots of money. I'm sure his lawyers were thrilled too. That goes on for at least another year of raking in money. More about that to come as I delve a little bit deeper. But what's interesting here now is, as you know, Meghan's half-sister Samantha Markle pushed ahead with her case, and a lot of people have been getting in touch asking me, so where is it actually at? Well, in simplistic terms, it's very, very difficult, because as you know, Samantha Markle lost the first time around when she tried to go down a similar route. This was because, of course, this was based on situations regarding Finding Freedom, the book that, of course, she claimed Meghan Markle she had no hand in, and then, of course, you know, was proven to be something differently. What's more interesting now is that Samantha, of course, is basing the case on things like the Netflix docuseries, which, of course, do belong to Meghan Markle. You know, the Finding Freedom book was not her property. You see, that's how law works. Interesting. But you see, Meghan has probably taken a wrong footing here. And obviously, the things she spoke about on the Oprah Winfrey and, of course, the docuseries for Netflix have left a different door wide open for Samantha. Now, what happens in the next month is a situation called discovery. You know, the judge has taken time out to think about this particular case, which is good news for Samantha. And if this now case goes forward at the end, or maybe the middle, I should assume, of next month, then by January the 2nd or 7th, at the very latest, Meghan has to put forward documents, texts, all sorts of litigation stuff that she simply will not want to delve into. It's as simple as that, you know, to prove certain things. Things a little bit like, you know, her father who didn't pay for the education. Samantha's side claim they do have those receipts and they can prove that. Meghan has to prove otherwise. Could get incredibly messy. You see, as I said at the very start of this video, this is now the problem for the William Morris agency. How can you market someone as a wholesome family sort of person when these sort of things are dragging on? Apparently, when this started back in April, a lot of people felt that this would never get to this particular situation. It now has. And, you know, it's kind of good news, if you like, for the William Morris agency, because they have a cop-out, a reason to say this is why it can't work, this is why we can't get going. But and the bigger problem now is if this pushes ahead into the new year, this is going to be more catastrophic than that fake car chase around Manhattan. Many people are wishing Samantha Markle well. Lots of people seemingly just want to know the true facts. Many of us already know them. Either way, as ever, it's a developing story and problems for William Morris. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.